Did you decide what movie you want to go see tonight?
I'm not sure who's here right now, but that movie came out about 50 years ago. What movie do I want to go see? Dude, those movies are long gone.
Many times we've been asked by our customers if we sell an Ovilus-type word bank spirit communication device. Unfortunately, the answer has always been no. But that all changes right now as we introduce EMPATH.
This amazing new device is 100% rechargeable. It has 6 different modes, allowing you to ask more targeted questions and receive much better responses. It uses 4 different environmental sensors that the spirits can manipulate in order to choose from thousands of words in the word bank. With those environmental sensors, EMPATH also allows you to replace several different ghost hunting devices, because when you're not using it to communicate with the dead, you can also monitor it on the LED screen. If there's any significant change, each change has its own specific color. The best part about that is that it allows you to corroborate any paranormal activity you're experiencing during your investigation with scientific data.
Before we get into the comparisons, let's go over the 6 different modes that allow you to zero in on the answers you're looking to seek from the spirit world. 1, how are you? 2, tell me something about you. 3, is there anything I should know?
Number 4 is close-ended questions, which are yes and no questions. You can also get answers like slightly agree or mostly disagree. Number 5 is they choose the subject. And number 6 is the environmental sensor mode. Now let's see how EMPATH stacks up against the competition. We've owned all 4 of these devices over the last year and are going to give you our first-hand opinions on the type of experiences we had with each one. The first competitor I'm going to go over is the one that most of you are familiar with and one that we purchased last Christmas, and that's the Ovilus. Ovilus retails for $600, which is far more than double the price of this device at $225. From what we experienced when we got ours, the quality had significantly gone down over what our friends had told us about their experiences with Bill's devices. As soon as we opened up the device, of course we wanted to try it out, and when we turned it on, it immediately spit out 50 words. The other problem was we couldn't hear any of the words. Only way we could hear the device is if we plugged it into an external speaker or a pair of headphones. Its modes are dictionary mode, which is basically spitting out random words that you need to subjectively fit into the conversation somehow, as we've seen on many ghost hunting TV shows.
World.
What about the world?
Poltergeist. Solarin.
So this thing's going bonkers, saying word after word. It has no sound. I had to hook it up to an external speaker. We immediately returned the device, and I'm not trying to say these things in a mean way, but for a device that had such a buildup of demand for it when it was released, I see an awful lot of these for sale on Facebook with the quote, having only used once or twice. The next device we're going to go over is one that we were super disappointed with. We got it last spring. We used it on one investigation and we're done with it. It's called Polterscript, and the first problem with the device is, unlike Ovilus and EMPATH, which are both rechargeable devices, that device showed up needing 8 AA batteries. The second problem with it is that the batteries hardly fit in the hatch. Like, I had to try to press these down and then put the cover back over the battery hatch. Now, Polter script uses one environmental factor and it's magnetic energy. The problem with this device is it didn't work on its own like the previous two devices. It had like a slider that you had to use with your finger, and you had to try to find a sweet spot on the device where it wouldn't spit out fake words and it wouldn't not talk at all. And it was an extremely fine line. As a matter of fact, we never found it, did we?
I don't think so.
Okay. We're going to show you some video of the investigation we used it on in a second. So basically, you were either getting no responses, or if you clicked it like half a centimeter to the right, it would just start spitting out words almost nonstop. It was awful. And as a matter of fact, I'm also showing you a video right now of a famous YouTube ghost hunting show using it. And I noticed when I was watching it that they were always holding it with their thumb when it would talk. So you can see in this video that what they're doing is moving the slider to the point where it will start talking and then sliding it back to get it to shut up. Now, am I saying that spirits can't manipulate this device to communicate? No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is it just didn't seem valid to me, the responses that were coming out of it. And quite honestly, I don't believe we ever got a compelling response out of it. Any spirits, any non-living people here? If you went down in the basement, my name is Todd. I have a device in my hand you're going to be able to talk through. It's got words in it you can choose from. You're supposed to be able to find a sweet spot. But then as soon as you go like too far with the sensitivity, it's like...
Right?
Look.
What is that?
Barn.
You're in Victorian.
And that's temperature.
Diction.
Oh, that's like too much. It shouldn't be doing it sucks. It's whatever. You give me some money back for this thing?
Did you make it?
No.
Oh, asking.
So that device we don't use anymore. That one's done. The final device we still have, and it's right here, and this version of the device is called the Paratech. Now, there are numerous amounts of copies that were made of this device and its technology and are all over the place, all over Etsy. Do not buy this from anyone. It is extremely difficult to use. It's not something that you can just plug in and charge, even though it does have a rechargeable battery. You actually have to go into this little teensy tiny menu and click a button that says battery output, and you shut off the battery output. There is a power off button, but that puts it into like a sleep mode. It has a bunch of different modes in it. It has a dictionary type mode. It has like a Ouija mode where it expects spirits to pick letters to spell out words, which in the times we used that never happened. It's unfeasible. Random letters would just show up. It has a mode called Oracle, which is probably the best mode out of all of them because it would spit complete sentences like "I want you to leave" or "just go now." Probably the coolest modes out of all of them when it worked. It has a tri-word mode where it would spit out 3 words at once. Very confusing. Never used that mode either. And it also had a Vox mode, which if you're not familiar with that, it's kind of like using a spirit box, only way worse, absolutely horrible. As a matter of fact, let me play that for you right now, just so you know what I'm talking about and you don't think I'm over exaggerating.
There's a sound.
When it spits out words, this is all you'll be able to hear from across the room as well. Okay, so now in order to turn it off, like I said, I have to try to click this recess button here, hold down this button at the same time, and now I'm back to square one again, back to the tiny Pum Pum menu. So that is the end of our comparison of empath versus all the other competitors out there. I believe this device was in the same price range as empath. However, with all of its environmental sensors and different spirit communication modes, there's one clear winner in these comparisons, and that is empath. But don't take our word for it, because now it's time for some evidence clips showing how this device worked during an actual paranormal investigation. So let's roll those clips. Woo!
Okay, we're going to start off with how are you?
Hello.
It says Bernard.
Wow.
Is your name Bernard?
There was, in the old days, there was a Henry Bernard. They named a school after him.
Flame.
A flame? Is that fire on you?
Yeah, there was fires.
Was this building ever on fire?
We think they might have burnt a baby in here.
Oh. Are you talking about the baby? Vaccinated?
Benevolent.
Benevolent? Okay, a different color again. Are you trying to say that you're nice? Can you give us more indication of something about how you're doing?
Bewildered.
You're confused.
Confused.
Okay, good. That's spot on. I asked this would be bewildered.
That's pretty cool.
Can you tell me something specific about you in general?
Okay.
Karen.
What is that?
Karen.
Karen?
It's a carrot.
Now, empath does, it is saving the words as well, and you can scroll through them.
Calm.
Calm.
Yeah.
You just said something.
Nothing like that.
How's the screen look now for the,
It looks good. It's even. Curiously, it just said something. It just curiously. I don't know what that
seriously,
means.
what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, so many essence mushes, back yourself out. That way you can see the words.
Yeah, it's like curiously.
Curiosity, yeah, curiosity. What the hell is that? A bargeman?
Boxman. I don't know what that is.
What's it called?
A bargeman? Is that a job?
Yeah.
I don't know what it
Bargeman.
is.
That's somebody who would
It's on a barge.
be in a barge on the Connecticut River, almost like a captain of a barge.
Okay. Did you work on the water?
12.
Did you work on the water for 12 years? They've switched over to a different screen on the XLS, the textured screen. Oh, look, there's somebody sitting right in front. The most astonishing thing about this capture by the XLS camera is the fact that this figure is on its knees and its face is right in front of where the empath is placed on that table.
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead.
You have a responsibility to this house? Do you think you belong here? Do you have unfinished business?
Is there anything we should know about this house, about your situation?
Awakened.
Awakened.
Child.
This child.
Child.
Validated.
Validated.
You were born in the 1800s.
Wait.
Heat.
Recently, we found out that some people were actually had their funerals. They were waked in here in the viewing. Were you one of the people that died in the house and was viewed?
Yeah.
They're all going on.
Yeah.
July.
25.
Beggar.
Well, the guy back in front of on its knees with its head right. Once again, the XLS camera has captured another figure on its knees in front of the table right where the empath is sitting. You see its head right in the it's on its knees with its head right into the.
And it's weird. It said beggar too. And it's on its knees, which is weird.
Wow, he's on his knees with his face right.
What are you begging for?
Wow.
Free. Free.
Whoa, he's reaching over.
To who?
Sorry, what's your name?
Which
Courtney.
one, Courtney?
Courtney, this thing's reaching over to you.
Mm-mm.
It's his knees on the ground. Look, it's grabbing onto her.
I'm telling you that these spirits
Got one
are
hand on her
very,
knee.
very
Oh, it just stood up with her.
Oh my God.
Look at it. Look at it. Now it's
your
now.
butt.
Oh, look, and now it's what the hell? It took her seat. It's reaching out. It's reaching out again towards Marissa now.
Oh,
I think it wanted the chair.
that's why I don't sit in
In the chair, but you can see my face right now. My chair is on the floor.
Are you
Wow.
are you attached to that chair? Was that your chair?
Can you reach out and touch Marissa?
Touch Marissa.
Touch Marissa.
Take my-
Well, I touched you and disappeared.
Infatuated.
Infatuated. Yes. Infatuated.
We spoke to a boy named David here. Is he still here? A young boy?
Angel.
Angel. Is David the angel?